you are able to um, form reality. Maybe you know this experiment called Schrödinger's cat. In this experiment, there is a box with a Hell machine in it, with a radioactive particle, which 50 to 50 will die the cat, which is also in the case. What Schrödinger now wanted to prove, and what is very obvious, is that the cat, until up to the moment you look into the case, is neither alive nor dead. It's in a state in between. You can't say if it's dead or if it's alive, because you've got this 50-50 Hell machine. Huh? So, up to the moment you lift the case, you open up, this cat is in a superposition, in a state where everything is possible. She can be dead, she can be alive, A or B. Okay. So what happens actually is in physical matters, in physical words, is you break down the wave construction. It goes on with the experiment, the double slice experiment, where you got two particles which are forming a wave or a particle. And in the moment you look at them, with consciousness, they're going to change from wave to particle, from pure energy to material, more or less, from wave to particle. So what Schrödinger detected was your brain, your consciousness affects the reality. So, okay, that's about the great thing with quantum mechanics for the first thing. The second thing is spirituality. What's about spirituality? Everybody's got this feeling of being maybe not on the wrong place, maybe the feeling that there is something which is not very clear in life. Everybody's looking in a way for the sense of life, for the big sense of life. Yeah. So where to find? Yeah. There are lots of possibilities. You've got all this stuff society makes. Your career. You can strive for money. You can try to study things and help people. It's a real big choice you've got. And the thing is, still, doesn't matter what you do, still there is this doubt. You won't find the completeness. Still there's some doubt about this reality. And the key to this misunderstanding is the word absolute. Yeah. Because if you see creation, the thing, the might which created the universe, the creation, you will surely see that it must be absolute. Absolute means all-embracing, all-pervading, all touching. It's everywhere. It goes through everywhere. It's everywhere. It's the biggest, the tallest, the smallest. It's everything. You know, everything is in the absolute. There's nothing outside. There can't be something outside. Everything is inside the absolute. Outside in the absolute does not exist. It's one for all. Huh? Completely equal, whatever. It's all in the absolute. So, because it creates everything. So, it must be absolute. The only term which fulfills the conditions to be absolute, all pervading, everywhere, blah, 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 and completely free, no hierarchies. The only word which fulfills this condition is love. That really means the creation, the absolute, is love. Huh? Very easy to imagine. You know? The absolute is love. Very clear thing. It's reasonable. Yeah, you can explain it. The absolute must be love. So God must be love. Huh? Okay. Now, what are we? We are the children of God, no? Absolute can only pass on itself as a whole thing. It's not possible to part the absolute. It doesn't work. So we have to claim that we are love, pure love, because we came out of absolute love, so we are pure love. Huh? That's what we are, but we can't see it. Why can't we see it? Let's begin at the beginning. There was Adam and Eve, and they were living in the paradise, no? Everything was fine. They had everything. They didn't have to care for nothing. The only thing was this fucking tree. Huh? And, well, what did they do? Surely they wanted to know what's on. It's the tree of enlightenment or something. So they want to know more, and they want to be enlightened. So they ate. They divided the whole world. In good and bad. They invented the dualism. In the absolute, which is God, which is love, there is no good and bad, because everything is already part of the absolute. It's in the absolute. Good and bad, ugly, beautiful, all the differences, they're already, we're touching the quantum mechanics again. Huh? So what Mr. Schrödinger found out, there is no reality which is outside. There is no outside actually. Everything you see, everything which is inside your brain. It's you. You are the creator, you know. Mr. Schrödinger said, consciousness does not live in the universe. The universe lives in the consciousness. Your mind is not separate from reality. It creates it, you know. Every single moment you think something. Very deep. It's not it's not only the thoughts you've got on the surface, you know. It's your wholeness, your consciousness, your real consciousness. And this consciousness is the reason for the things that happen in your life. Yeah, because in the moment you think these things with your wholeness, with your whole consciousness, which not only is the surface, but which goes much, much more deeper. It's your whole feeling, the feeling about life, about society, about things. And this is what the universe reflects. It's like a mirror. So every second of your life you're looking at something, and in the moment you got your consciousness on this thing, the wave breaks and it changes into material. Like we've seen before in the Schrödinger's concept. The wave breaks and the possibility suddenly is reality. So that's what you do. That's how you create your life. Everything. That's what Mr. Schrödinger said. Your mind is not separate from reality, but creates it. And the more, there is only one mind. One big mind. And we are all part of it. There is no other way. It's not possible other way. You are the fabric of reality, okay? The observer and the observed are one and the same. Every thought, every intention, every moment of your attention interacts with the wave field of possibilities and causes it to collapse into matter. So that's why you're sitting here, you know? Because your whole intention, more than your thoughts on the surface, but your whole being, your whole spirit being reflected these circumstances. And that's why you are here, because you created it. You created me, her, him, everything. Every single thing in you see. Every thought, every intention.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go on.
So when you say you created this reality, is it something you actively have will, like the choice?
Now,
or is it something
that's
that's
a
predetermined?
very good question, because it's a very important point. Now, they all talk about manifestation. Yeah, that's what you mean, I think. Yeah, will mean They say, okay, now you've got the possibility to change your life completely. Yeah, and everything's going to be very fine. Yeah, and you just have to manifest. You know, and you stand in front of the mirror. You know. And you say, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. Yeah. And 14 days later, you're going to get your money on the account. Manifestation doesn't work. It's bullshit. Because before you even get near to the possibility to touch these mechanics, you got to change your whole life. Because you won't understand a thing of this mechanic before you haven't change your complete life. Because as long as you're a prisoner of the circumstances the society brought you in, as long as you are connected with all these fears, you know, which are ruling you every second of the day, you won't be able to change anything, you know, because the reality will always reflect your fears, you know. So as long as you've got these fears, they will be reflected, and you will have the same shit, you know.
So you're manifesting your fears.
You're manifesting it.
Yes.
It's not consciousness. It's not your will, you know. But you're in this feeling, yeah. So that's what you have to change, you know. And that's all about seeds. thoughts are seeds. Now we're coming to the Buddhism. I love it. The Buddhism. You know, Gautama Siddhartha. So the teachings of Buddha, it's all about overcoming suffering. Yeah? Because Buddha stated that all that causes our life in this reality, in this body world we are in, is suffering. He does not mean suffering if you break your arm or if you cut yourself with a knife or whatever, you know. He really means the suffering, the dynamic, the life dynamic itself. Yeah? So because it's suffering, because it's not nirvana, you know. We are, and we've got these fears, you know, which are leading us, and we've got this idea of being a piece of flesh which soon is going to be dead, yeah, and everything's going to be finished. Yeah, that's not the truth. So Buddha said the Buddhism clearly states the same, and that's the amazing thing. And that's what changed in about 50 years ago. What people found is that the source descriptions of Hinduism and of religion were found in the Vedic writing. Yeah. The Vedic writings are a source of a gigantic source of knowledge, not only about spirituality, but about growing plants and ruling countries, about ethics, moralisms, but also very, very profound about spirituality, and that what's written in the Vedic writings is exactly the same what Schrödinger is describing, world moving, because it's the first time for thousands of years that spirituality and science said the same thing. And in the Vedic writings, there is not only described how these quantum effects are working, and that reality comes out of your brain, of your thoughts and your consciousness, as I described before. That's all is said in the Vedic writings as well. In other words, more poetic, yeah, more lovely. But as I said, it's the first time that spirituality, religious teachings, and science are in one field, in one opinion. And that is that there is this Higgs field, yeah, this cosmic knowledge, which is above everything, you know, and in which we can grab only if we are not touched by our so-called reality. And as long as we are bounded, as we are prisoned by our thoughts, we will not be able to use this mechanism, you know. And at the moment we succeeded to 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 uh, to let our bad thoughts disappear, and there are only loving thoughts. That's the key, loving thoughts. You know, if you only replace all bad thoughts, very mechanic in the beginning, you know, very mechanic in the beginning. You replace all bad thoughts with loving thoughts. Okay? All things like disappointment, anger, blah 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 blah. You will find another thought for it. Yeah. So you change your life in a way towards loving thoughts. That it takes time. It's not like they tell you there is someone who teaches you something and the next day you're going to be enlightened as well. It's a path, and it lasts years, but you change. You actually change, and the way you change is not describable, but it's a good feeling, I can tell you. And the thing is, you're really getting nearer to the feeling, you internalize that you and the world is love, yeah, and that's amazing, and that's the way you handle people, yeah. That's the way you handle people. Again, I think I wanted to talk to you about the thoughts. Yeah, in the Buddhism they tell they see it the following way. You've got a store mind, yeah, a store consciousness, and a store consciousness and the mind consciousness. Yeah, and in the store consciousness, every emotion, all emotions which exist are already there in you. Yeah? So there's anger, there's desperation, there's fears, everything you will find in the store consciousness. Huh? It's like a garden, because these are seeds, you know, and they're stored there. And if you give them water, if you take care for them, they're going to grow. Huh? And they're going to be seen in the mind consciousness, in the reality, huh? Anger, fear, whatever. Because you took care of them. And they grew, and now they are in the reality, in the mind consciousness. So what do? You take care of your garden. You don't let the bad seeds grow at all. You know? You don't give them water. You don't water them. If you can, you even destroy them with your feet. Yeah? But you don't need them. They are not good. You don't need them. And if you see one of them growing, like in your garden, you're going to throw them away. You're going to. Yeah, and that's the way to nirvana, you know, and that's what very wise man, which I really love, Mr. Thich Om, said the nirvana is possible in the here and now. Yeah, it's not that we have to to wait till we're dead. It's possible in the here and now. The death, well, maybe you're still convinced that it's possible to die. I can tell you it's not. You will live forever, yeah. Very simple example. Imagine I take this piece of paper, and I see this piece of paper, we're gonna have another view on it later. But now it's a piece of paper. We're trying to kill it, okay? We set it on fire. And what happens? It dissolves smoke, minerals, warmth, energy. It does not die. If you're lucky, tomorrow it will fall on your shoulder in form of a drop of the rain, but it won't die. And that's the same with everything. This is a big circle, and everything is included. And that's what Mr. Thich Om called interbeing. We are all part of the whole. And that's what Mr. Schrödinger says as well, which is proved by science. We are all part of this big one. In a circle of consciousness. And that's very simple why you can't die. You won't die. You will change your form, that's all. But you won't even, you will not even notice it. It will be just like going out of the door. And I think if you internalize this knowledge, you reach the point where you see that no fears are necessary, because it is, and it works as a whole, and there is no need to be afraid, Well, the more they always tell there is a wave going on over the world. The Vedic writings very exactly tell us the Kali, which is the dark age, is over in these times, and the golden age is coming. So that's what we're going to see. We are very happy people, very happy people. And there's another description of this thing Schrödinger describes. It's called Indra's net. And that's a very, very old description out of the Hinduistic Bhagavad Gita. Right? And they are talking about Indra's net. Let me be. I think it's, it must be. It's about Indra's net, and Indra's net is a description of the world, and it's like a spider net with the little drops of water and on the edges, and the points of the spider net, and every single water point reflects all the other points, the wholeness. So this is Indra's net, and it's a view of the world. Another very, very simple view, another proof for the wholeness of our being, of our life, is hidden in the piece of paper, as I told before. You've got the left and the right side. So you can't go ahead and say left side go to Managua, and right side you go to Munich. It's not possible, because you've got left and right. So this is what we are. We are connected with the earth, just as left and right are with this piece of paper. It's like Thich Om told his example. It's like he liked to write poems, and one day he told his story. My right hand, which writes all these poems, will never say anything against my left hand. You know, will never be aggressive or tell the world, well, this is left hand. Is nothing worth. It's good for nothing. You know, the right hand, I wrote all the poems. You know, I wrote. I even can do calligraphy, you know. The left hand is nothing. That's not true. Left and right hand, they belong together, you know, and they take care of each other. You know. There is no discrimination between the left and the right hand, you know. And that's what the truth about us is, you know. We are like left and right hand in the midst. We are connected to Earth. Yeah. We are really connected to Earth. And, well, the fine thing is in the Vedic writings, and I believe in the Vedic writings, you know, it is said that the new 3 ages which are coming soon are called Satya Yuga or Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga, and they are really it's the time of revelation. It's the time of the golden age, they say. You know. All these motions, all these emotions, which are now ruling over people, you know. They are ruled by these concepts of life and death. You have to say, of illness, of war, you know. All this stuff originated out of this first thought of Adam and Eve. There is a God which is bad. You know, he wants revenge. He tells us not to do this or that, you know. He installs a hierarchy. He installs differences between good and bad. And so they install the dualism, you know. The whole dualistic system in which are we living now, you know. Because out of this good and bad, yeah, there stem the first argument. And for the first argument there are 2 more arguments. And then it potentiates itself. And in the end of the story, and at the end of the day, we've got our reality. You know? Out of this system of arguments, which are finally nothing. You know? It's the question, good or bad. And the question does not exist, because in the all one, good and bad are not existing. You know? So the whole house, the whole construction is illusion, is worthless. It's nothing but our fears, our judgments, the things we've learned in school, which were taught by government and religion, all these concepts and pictures. We've got them in a big sack in our mind, and we create our world out of it. And the way is to leave these things behind, to clear your mind, the emptiness. That's what they say, the emptiness from thought, you know. But this emptiness is no emptiness, you know. It's only clearness. When there are no bad thoughts anymore, the clearness has got place to room to come into. Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
Sure.
So this concept of good and bad, isn't it also something that neuroscientifically, like our brain is evolving in this way for us to be able to protect ourselves?
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
So that this concept of good and bad
Yeah.
is a way of our brain to protect ourselves and distinguish us from something. Imagine there's an experience that was hurting us. We're probably going to label it as like bad, or our brain is going to label it as like
Sure.
be avoided.
Sure, yeah. It's like we are living in a body world. Yeah, actually, we are living in a body world, and we've got to carry the consequences. Yeah, and I mean we've got to be aware. Yeah, and there are rules in life, and but you are intelligent body, so you know how to behave. So nothing will harm you. The only thing is the perspective you're imprisoned in. And this perspective is diametrically otherwise than the truth is. And in order to see the truth, you have to see the structure of society and of all these things which lead to your prisoners. And that's namely your emotions, your thoughts, your reactions. The thing is, if you hurt someone else, as we see before, you finally hurt yourself. Because dualism is made out of judgment. Yeah, it's dynamic. And we have to take it apart. We have to give up arguing. We have to give up our opinion. We have to give up our knowledge, our life, if you will. If you look very close at the structure, you will very clearly and reasonably detect the thing I've been trying to declare all the time. It's illusion. It can't be otherwise. The way we look is very restricted. Yeah. Take the tools you've got to perceive. It's your eyes. It's your ears. It's your sensitive tools, your feelings. Nothing more. Okay. That's it. There is no outside, which is already there. That's the problem to see. There is no outside. Everything you see is made by yourself, because the past is made by pictures you already got in your mind, And it's not only pictures, it's arguments, it's justice, it's prejustice, it's thinking meanings, it's algorithms, it's concepts. And you already got them in your head, in your mind. So if you're perceiving new pictures, your brain is going to take them, mix them up with the pictures that are already there, and create your reality. So this is only illusion, and there is no outside. And the same thing, the future, it does not exist. The future is only your thinking. You have to see it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It does not exist. It's only your thinking, and the past is over. The only thing is now. And if you break it down to the absolute now, there is love, only love. But first you have to internalize that there is no outside. It's you. It's only you which are creating your reality. You're the God, you're the center, you're the maker, you're the author. You wrote the book. You do it. And you can change it if you change yourself. Because it's reflecting yourself, but not the thing which is at the surface, but the thing which is deep, 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 deep down in you, real you. If you change your real you will change the world. See? And that's true. And if somebody asks, it's nonsense, I can end up all the war, all the disasters on this globe. You can. You can. If you just throw away all negative thoughts and you live love, your world, and your world is the whole world, will change for good. And it does. I can. All right. That's true, I tell you. I've seen it. And it's happening.
It's very interesting to hear
It's
your
happening.
question.
And it's not only words.
Yeah.
That's the fascinating thing. It's really happening.
Challenge.
You just have to try. You just have to really internalize that there is no need to be afraid, that you will never die, that you are only love, that you have to treat other people like your brothers and sisters, what they are. Every atom of them is yours. You are them. It's only a fucking mirror. Huh? And if your mirror is love, people will be loved. And there won't be shit anymore in your life.
So in the sense, if my mirror is full of fears, then I will be
Exactly.
running into situations where I will feel that fear then.
Yeah,
The-
you will live that fear. It's going to be
aggression.
your reality. Because it's not about the surface. It's like this guy which is standing in front of the mirror and says, I'm rich, you know, but his bank account is fucked up. He won't succeed.
How would you succeed then?
He has to get rid of his concepts of poorness.
And how does he do
Huh?
that?
If he wants to be a rich guy, he has to be a rich guy, at least in his mind, you know.
And how do you embody this at the subconscious level and not conscious level? Because if you keep saying in front of the mirror, I'm rich, it just keeps in the conscious mind.
Yeah.
It's not something you really like embody on the subconscious level.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
Well, that's the path, you know. That's the way. That's the way to at first internalize the structure of the system, to see that there is no death, to get into this trust. Yeah. And you've got this trust, you don't need the quantum physics anymore. You know? For this, it's only fake. If you are just living your surface like everybody does, you know, you will hear this phenomena, you know, which is possible in quantum physics, but you will never reach it. Yeah? You'll never reach it. You just maybe understand it intellectually, but that's it.
So how does one go about changing the subconscious beliefs?
Sorry?
So how do I go about the actual practical way of how to change my subconscious beliefs towards
It's all about, was heißt Achtsamkeit nochmal auf?
care?
Achtsamkeit.
I would say care.
It's all about being aware of life.
Awareness.
Yeah. Awareness. If you really are deeply aware of life, yeah, then you will detect that everything belongs together. And then you will detect that behind everything in life there's the concept of love, yeah. And if you find out this thing, it's going to open up you doors, big doors, you know, which will drive you further on, yeah. Till finally you reach the state where you for sure know that you are guarded, that you are safe in love, because love is the world, is you, is everything. And to explain this, there leads a very, very rational way. It's absolutely clear, you know. So if you internalize that you can't die, if you see how people are kicked by their emotions and willingly let them go without controlling anything. And if you learn how to take away these bad thoughts, then you're going to change. You change in a way which is not explainable. There is no words, but it's very deep inside yourself, and it's not from yesterday to today or tomorrow. It takes time, maybe 2-3 years, and then you really feel how things are changing, because there is no other possibility, you know, and it will drive you forward, because there is one door after the other which will open, you know. And one basic thing in spirituality, which wise man thousands of years ago said, is nobody is able to show you the truth. Nobody can make you go to the moon, you know. You have to go by yourself. I can only show you the way, the direction, but you have to go by yourself. That's what they say. But finally, it's really getting rid of these negative thoughts, you know. And one thing more is your cemented thought that you are a body. Everybody thinks he's a body, and maybe 50-40 years he will die. The body is a construction which is bound to die. Everything is bound to die. Everything in the world is bound to die. But remember, this is an illusion. This convincement is made out of your thoughts. You've learned it. And it counts only for the body world, because what we're talking about is the less of possibility to understand the truth that we are really one, that there is no border, that there is no border between God and us. He is not only a big guy with a beard in the sky somewhere hidden behind the clouds. He really is we are God, like the left and the right hand of the paper. There's nothing in between, you know. And that's what you have to see.
There's one thing that keep thinking about just generally, and I'm curious about what you think about this. Do you believe that things are predetermined in life, that there's fate, and that I'm here because I was guided to come here tonight, and that I had no willpower in the choice of, for example, coming here, or that as a human, we do have some power over changing the course of life in the future? You know what I mean? Is everything in quantum mechanics or whatsoever?
No, you're changing every single moment. Yeah, it's always a flow.
But was it scripted? Was it meant to be this way?
Sorry?
Was it scripted? Was it meant to be this way? Were you meant to change?
It was kind of scripted because you had a frequency which is flowing here. You know, it's not that you need to be a Buddhist monk or a Christian monk or whatever to get deeper consciousness. You know, if you learn lots about spirituality and about care towards people, about love, if you are, maybe because you were educated like this, if you are more in love than other people, see, you will have reached this point where you are able to get these frequencies. So it's leading you towards this kind of stuff.
So it's
General,
like
you know.
choosing to feel a certain
Yeah,
way.
there is these frequencies, you know, maybe in other places as well. But you found this one.
But so in this case, it's not that I was guided to choose to be more love.
It's
But I
yeah.
chose
That's
to feel it.
the very important thing. Love, which is creation, which is the maker of everything. You are love. Is always trying to make you see that you are love, pure love. And everything you feel, everything you see, everything that arrives to you in your life, everything that occurs is only made to make you see that you are love, that you are pure love. Doesn't matter if you understand or not. Doesn't matter if your mom dies or your partner gets lost. Everything, or if this cup breaks down, everything is made to make you see that you are loved.
Remember.
And that's the truth. So you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. You know? And it will always lead you to the next door, you know. And it will make you read about it, or it will show you other people which are telling you more about it, or in another way, or it will just simply show you how it's loving you, you know. Fulfill some of your dreams or something. Just be careful. Just be aware. If you only are aware, you will find lots of wonders happening. That's for true. Every second, every minute. And you can be thankful. It's very important. There's so many reasons to be thankful. Hundreds of thousands of reasons to be thankful in the way that we are allowed to live. Wow. And there are these 12 holy words which you should always remember. And they interact as well. One of the rest 11 words are packed in each, because the creation is always the most reasonable thing in the world. You know, you always can explain something. You know, it's always absolutely simple, because if it's complicated, you can instantly say it's not love. You know?
Yeah.
It's true, you know. It's always it's the simple thing which is offered. That's love, and that's truth.
What's the difference between consciousness and awareness?
Consciousness is the result.
Sorry?
Consciousness is the result.
The result of
awareness.
awareness.
Of awareness.
Okay.
If you are aware, you look at things in a very, very deep, internalizing way. You know. Now they've got a good example, which is not valid in a special way anymore. But anyhow, it's about a flower. The Western mind looks at the flower, yeah, and says, "Wow, what a beautiful flower!" Yeah, and he's going to get nearer, and then he's going to take it and to rub it out of the earth to keep it. Huh? So that's the way the Western mind looks at the flower, and the Eastern mind will internalize it, huh? In awareness. He won't break it or anything. He will just identify with the flowers. He will see that he and the flower are the same. That the flower is his brother, is his child, is him, you know, in this big circle. So that's the difference. Yeah. And it's the now, you know. What if you look at this Western mind, how they look at the flower? It's all about past and future, huh? And the one who just looks at it in an internalizing way, it has nothing to do with past or future. He's just in the now, you know. And in the now, in the absolute now, that is where you find love, where you find peace, everything. And that's the only way in our days to find this place is really in meditation. Yeah? You won't find it anyhow, anywhere else. It's only meditation. You go into deep meditation, and you create a place where what you finally create in order to reach nirvana, as Thich Om describes it, is the now. It's being at home. If you got this very, very, very deep feeling, and love, the creation, is going to give it to you someday. Yeah, if you go your path, someday this holy moment will arrive. Yeah, and it's really a holy moment which changes your whole life, for good, for absolutely good. You know, it's a glimpse in the paradise, and you will achieve it. I'm sure everyone does. And in this moment, you feel like coming home. Finally, you're at home. And this is what I can promise you. You will find not only the way, but you will find home. That's for sure. Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, gracias, Tom.
You want to hear more?